Welcome back to Black Ribbon Stitch Studio. Thank you so much for coming and spending some time with me. If you are new here, my name is Denise, and this is a channel about cross stitch. Although I do sometimes like to share other stitching things such as crochet and sewing, and I'm really happy that you're here. Thank you for coming. We all seem to have lived through the Facebook and Instagram outage the other day, so go us, right? We can do it. And I just wanted to ask you guys if you watched Becca's latest interview with a Flosstuber. Those of you who may be new to Flosstube, Becca at Sam Bree Stitches interviews Flosstubers and does a fantastic job. She also has a regular Flosstube. She does regular Flosstube segments. But this latest interview that she posted was with Yanni Stitcher, who is in Mexico, and I'm in love. I'm in love, guys. She talked a lot about just a different perspective as far as using what you have, because everything is not as accessible to everyone. And sometimes, yes, we do take that for granted. And I just loved her personality, and I'm obsessed with her at this moment. So please, guys, I'm going to leave. Look, I have a lot to talk about today. I am going to put links to everything and everyone down below in the description box. So please do go and give Becca a look at Sam Bree Stitches and also Yanni Stitcher. I think that you will just... if you haven't already watched, I think that you will just be so in love. I just really, really do. However, I must say, Darcy Cameron, Stitchman Darcy, he's jealous. Don't tell him I said that, but he's jealous. He's jealous. Now, I have been... also kind of my guilty pleasure. I've been binge watching Married at First Sight. It's coming on Saturdays on just like some weird channel on my TV. And I literally watch this show all day. I think it starts at like 11 o'clock in the morning and it doesn't go off until like 1 o'clock in the morning. And I sit and I watch the whole thing and I just love it. And again, I'm just obsessed. And I say all that to say, Betsy Klieger, you put out a video on late Friday night, and I was like, woohoo, I'm going to watch it tomorrow. By the way, it's a marathon. It's a marathon video. It's like 2 hours. Okay, Betsy. So I'm like, yay, I'm going to watch it tomorrow. And I totally forgot that I was binge watching Married at First Sight. So I didn't watch it yet. But I'm going to make sure I get me some popcorn and stuff. And I'm going to sit and watch it later. Okay, Betsy? Don't be mad. Don't be mad that I didn't watch it yet. So here is my basket. Everything we're going to talk about today. So let's just get right into questions and comments. Hope everybody's doing good today. The weather is beautiful here in Charlotte, North Carolina today. Okay. Mary said that in response to me saying that, I needed to put the all cats are gray in the dark. I needed to put it away because I just didn't even know what went wrong. So of course Mary said that she occasionally feels that she's lost the ability to stitch, and maybe it's the dark fabric, which it could be that, but she's not gonna let it get to her. I'm not gonna let it get to me either. I just put it away. And I love that she said it's not you, it's him. So thank you for that, Mary. Thank you for that vote of confidence. Also, So Stitchy, who has a channel here on Flosstube, actually said to me, I've just finished watching all of your videos. Oh boy, I'm so sorry. Hope you enjoyed it, but I'm so sorry. Then, my friend Alice, I'm okay. Wants to know if the Mickey with coffee pattern that I shared last time, I'm going to show it to you here, Mickey's coffee. She wants to know if this is full coverage, and it absolutely is full coverage. I'm sort of thinking about starting this December 1st, but guys, I just can't get it together. So we'll see what happens. But yes, that is definitely a full coverage piece. Karen asks that if when I stitch with a hoop, which is the way that I do stitch, do I find that my stitches get crushed by the hoop? And if so, how do I correct that? She usually stitches in hand, but she has some projects that call for linen, and she's thinking a hoop will be better and help with keeping her stitches evenly taut. Karen, yes, I do think that the stitches get slightly crushed by the hoop, but they usually fluff back up when I iron it. And keep in mind that for most of my projects, not all, but most of my projects also get a wash before they get ironed. And that process generally fluffs the stitches back up. You can't even tell that there was any hoop going on. So my friend Barbara says, okay, so Barbara doesn't even cross stitch. Barbara crochets, and Barbara and I, we both crochet, and she's letting me know that she currently has 2 crochet projects in timeout, so that I shouldn't feel bad about putting the cat in timeout. And she loves the mystery stitching that we do. She loves watching that. So I also pointed out my start for October 1st, which I'll show you in a few minutes. And so she's also going to start a project, a project on October 1st. And so we're kind of working on that together. So I think that's really, 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 really fun. Conquering Mount Scrapmore with Brenda here on YouTube. Hi, Brenda. Said that she was hand quilting while watching my last video. And I thank you. I thought that was great. I'm glad that you are able to, get some stitchy time in during the video. So thank you. That was great. Then SpaKnits, who is Anne here on YouTube, said that I made her giggle out loud when I said I'd gone down a bullet hole. Well, let me tell you, I laughed at myself so hard after I finished recording that video. I can't even believe that I said that. So she says that maybe the bullet hole was for rabbit journaling. Okay, that's where it came from. Yes, it did, and that's where it came from. So thank you very much for that comment. Jan said that someday she would love to meet me. I would love to meet you as well, Jan. And she says, I bet you are the life of the party. And I had to respond that I am the life of the party in my head. So there's that. I don't know if anybody else would consider me the life of the party, but in my head, I am the life of the party. So guys, I had a new start this month because I decided to start the hashtag new month, new start 2021. And I have to tell you, I'm kind of glad that 2021 is coming to a close, because I do need to sort of switch some things up. And I've talked to you about that before, and I will talk about it again. So my new start for October was Autumn by Cricut Collection. Right? I love this chart. I really love this chart. But let me tell you that I really, it's in my bag that Pat made for me. Thank you, Pat. And I don't even think I have 10 stitches in here, guys. I'm going to show it to you. I wasn't going to show it to you, but then I'm like, I'm not embarrassed. I think I only have 10 stitches, if it's that many. But there's the start. So you can see I actually did start it. All right. And I'm definitely going to get back to that and continue to stitch on it. But I wanted to, if you want to see the finished product, Niecy Lynn here on Flosstube has been having this completed chart on display. I didn't see it in her last video, but if you do want to see it completed, I suggest you check out Niecy Lynn. And I gotta tell you guys about my lost floss, okay? First of all, I was trying to do a conversion on this chart, on the autumn chart. I wanted to, especially since I now have the new fancy DMC color card, you know, I thought, well, I'm just going to substitute colors for the ones that I don't have. And I got so frustrated because, like, I couldn't find anything in my stash that I was comfortable or that I liked substituting the floss for. Then I sort of thought about how I don't understand, although I've got a lot of whips. I've got a lot of whips, and I haven't counted them. Don't know, don't care at the moment how many I have. But I just couldn't understand why my supply of floss is getting lower and lower. I just can't understand that. And so I said, well, you know, I'm totally not that person that's going to go and raid my whips for floss. That's something I decided a long time ago. I'm not doing that because in the end, I think it would drive me crazy. So I thought about it and oh my gosh. Whenever I do buy DMC floss, I always buy more than one. I always buy at least two, unless it is in the case of one of my massive, you know, full coverage, you know, 140 different color charts. Unless it's that, I always buy more than one. So where's the floss? Where is it? And so I discovered that what I was doing was purchasing the floss, sticking it in the project bag with the project, and never going back and taking out the extra floss. I've just been leaving it all in the project bags. So I feel a little bit better. Like, oh, I really do have floss. I just have to now go and retrieve it from my project bags. And I probably won't make a big project out of it. It's just that as I do retrieve my whips, I'll make sure to go through it and get those flosses out that really should never have been put in there in the first place. So that was a big relief, and I did get in all of the rest of the floss that I ordered for this autumn piece. So I'm really excited about getting more of that done. So as for whips, let me just get this situated here for a second. Okay. As for whips, I did some more work on the Fat Quarter Shop All the Trimmings, and I'm have it in this Fat Quarter Shop project bag, which I love. It's a mesh bag. And let's see, this Stitch Along by the Fat Quarter Shop actually ended on October 5th. But as you may know, I am not real good at keeping up with stitch-alongs, and I just do my best because I've got a lot of things I want to stitch. How does that sound? I got a lot of things I want to stitch. So this is how far I've gotten on this. I have part of one of the stockings stitched. All of the berries are done now. Holly berries, yeah, all of those are done. And so this is part 2. I believe there were 5 parts. And so that's fine. That's fine. That's how far I got. And I will be picking this back up some other time. So that was all the trimmings. It was a mystery stitch along by Fat Quarter Shop. I also put some more stitches into the Lucky Nutcracker stitch along, which is by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. And actually part 2 came out, and this is what, so it's also a mystery stitch along, if I didn't say that already. And this is what it looks like, parts 1 and 2. So the Nutcracker has made an appearance. Part 1 was the tree with the presents. And again, it's a stitch along, so I'm behind. And I'm okay with it because there's no stress in stitching. So I think I need to put something behind this. And so here we go. I'm still working on that tree, guys. I'm still working on that big old honking tree in the middle. And so I don't know if you could see, but there's a couple of different greens in that. And I am really enjoying this, but I am anxious to get finished with the tree so that I can move on to some other parts of it, including the presents and the Nutcracker. And so, as I said, that was part 2 that just came out. I don't remember how many parts there were to this, but I will continue to stitch on this as we go along. Now, I worked on, the chart is called Naturally Yours, and it's by Mary Engelbreit. And this is what it's supposed to look like when it's done. I hope my light is okay. It kind of looks kind of dull, but I think you can see it. All right. And so when I started this when I started stitching this, I started in the middle and I started stitching the words and I hated them. So I stopped doing that and I decided, well, what I'll do then is I'll make two separate pillows. I'll make a pillow of this and a pillow of this so I could put them in a basket and that'll look really, really cute. So I went ahead. Hold on, I'm looking for something. Sorry. It's my needle minder that I'm going to put on here now. Okay, so I started working on it, and I got the top bird done with the branch. And then, all of a sudden, and I'm going to put my needle minder on it now, because I just thought of using this needle minder on this today. So it just came to me one day to just go ahead and put words on it, but put my very own words on it. And just like that, I knew what to do. And here we go. Here it is, guys. You see that? Lift every voice and sing. And I love this so much. I am in love with this. First of all, I'm stitching it on 32 count Lugana, Pink Splash Lugana. I love this fabric so much. It is such a joy to stitch on this fabric. I just feel like my needle just zooms through this fabric. I love it so much. And I got the lettering. Okay, so I have this whole first top part done, except for the back stitching, which I'll go back and I'll do the back stitching later. I got the lettering from Lord Libidin on the internet. I believe it's lordlibidin.com, which is, if you've never heard of it before, I will link it below. It is a very great resource for cross stitch. Excuse me, you could go give that a look. So that's where I got the lettering from. And I actually got that idea from Nithya at Daybreak Stitchery, who also does a lot of her own lettering on charts. I just love it, guys. I can't tell you how much I love it. And of course, this is my Juneteenth needle minder. And so I started on the bottom row, which I don't think this is going to take me very long at all. This is just not taking, it's such a good and easy stitch. I am so in love with this. And so let me also just point out that there should be some French knots, like his eye is supposed to be a French knot, and there's supposed to be some French knots in these blooms here. But I'm choosing to ignore the French knots, just like Ellen at Maximum Cross Stitch Power Hour. I'm ignoring them. Okay, there will be no French knots. Ain't nobody got something. So I am so proud of this piece, and I cannot wait to get this done and up on my wall. I will be so thrilled to have this up on my wall. So I worked quite some time on that. This was kind of my focus piece over the past couple of weeks. Then I worked on Stationery Addict, which I'm hoping my daughter is not watching this video, because this is going to be her birthday / housewarming chart, and I'm going to show you what it's supposed to look like when it's done. And here it is. And this is by Little Dove Designs, and I do believe it was, I forgot now, but I think it was a stitch along with the Fat Quarter Shop. So that's how it's supposed to look. But then I had my daughter pull her own or choose her own colors, we did sort of a floss toss by phone. And I'm going to be working on this on the 7th of every month because that's her birthday date. And this is how far I've gotten. And so what we have here is I have finished the bulletin board, and this is a ruler, and then we have some thumbtacks here. And I'm using a gold thread. Let me show you this thread. I meant to go back and look up and see what exactly this is called. I literally just pulled this out of my stash. It is, no, I have it numbered 3821. So I hope you can see that. And I don't think it's, I'm sure it's not Krynic. I'm sure it's some sort of DMC floss. It is a pain. It is a pain. It is a pain. But I think that since I started with it, I'm going to continue. I'm not going to change it out. I'm not going to change it out for something else. I'm just going to deal with it, okay? And just in case you were curious and you wanted to see, like I said, I'm using maybe one or two of the call for flosses, but I did get the Gentle Arts thread pack for how it's supposed to be. And here are the threads. These are beautiful. These are absolutely beautiful. I love them. And I'm glad that I have them because I can very easily slip them into another project. So there's that. And that's Stationery Addict. Here it is again. And it's being stitched on 14 count light gray gingham, which I love because that gingham is so subtle. It does not overpower the project at all. Like when I'm looking at it off camera, I can barely see that it's gingham. And I love that. I absolutely love that. So, as I said, I'll be stitching on that on the 7th of every month. And I hope she likes it. All right. So, I got some Stitchy kindness, and it is from Shelley Proverbs 3122 here on Flosstube. And like how this was just so sweet. And you guys, let me show you the card first. Thank you, Shelley. Here's the card. It says best wishes. How pretty, right? And inside the card, she gave me a skein of DMC 48, which is called Variegated Baby Pink. That's my color. That's my colors. Love it, love it, love it. And what Shelley sent me was a project bag that she made. And I do believe that Shelley sells these project bags. And what she said in her note was that she wanted me to have another fancy project bag so that I can have a round number of 10. So thank you, Shelley, for just like counting that I had. I was now up to 9 fancy project bags, and this is number 10, and it is beautiful. Oh my gosh, look at this fabric. Here's the back. Here's the front. Look at the polka dots. Oh my goodness. It's so perfect. Can I point out this beautiful lavender zipper? Inside, there are more polka dots. And this absolutely adorable charm. If I can get, look at that. It is so adorable. Shelley, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love it. I love it to pieces. And as I said, I will definitely link Shelley below. I do believe that she's selling these. I am not absolutely certain, but feel free to check her out. Let's see. I found a bag of stuff. So you guys, for the past couple of videos, I have been discovering that I have these cross-stitched finishes in various places around my house. And I'm happy that I've been finding them, but I found a bag of stuff. Now, I actually knew that this bag existed. I actually knew that it had cross-stitch stuff in it. But I don't know. I was kind of, I think, ignoring it or something. I don't know what I was thinking. Why I haven't gone through this bag before that. This bag was, it's bigger than this. It was bigger than this. I've gone through it. I've thrown out the, whatever was in it that was trash. And so I condensed everything down into this bag. And how we do it on time, because I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff that's in this bag. I might not show it all, but I'll show some of it. So I have a plastic bag here, which, can I tell you how many plastic bags were in there? Because I think that's just what we did, because there was nothing else to do. So I have at least 3 of these coasters that you can put a cross-stitch piece in the coaster. It's plastic, along with a couple of cute charts that you could use with it. I have this, it's a jar lid cover. It's a jar lid cover. And no, none of this stuff, it's not even clean. I'm going to wash everything. It's a jar lid cover. Do you remember these? And I only have one, so I don't even know what that's about. But I don't know if you guys, some of you who may be sort of in my age range may remember Frank's. Frank's was a great craft store, and I got this from Frank's a million years ago for $1.29. So cute. So that's some of what's in that bag. Excuse the rustling. It's not even really worth it without this rustling, I'll tell you. There was a lot of fabric, all Ada, because until I started Flosstube, that's all I ever stitched on. But there's a lot of fabric in that bag, and I'm excited about it because use what you have. That's what I tried to do. Use what you have. So I have some 14 count antique white. And these were, I'm trying to see, they were definitely Charles Craft, but They were called something else also. Hold on. Antique white, 14 count Ada. And then there's, oh, okay. This is different. This was a value pack. One piece of 18 count Ada, and it says that it's slightly select irregular. I was like, okay, I can take that. That's fine. I have some plastic, perforated plastic, some pink Ada, 14 count pink Ada, 14 count oatmeal Ada, 14 count light blue Ada, and some 16 count antique white. So there's quite a bit of fabric in there. Of course, none of it's linen, none of it's Lugana, and that's fine with me. There was also a finish. I think it's finished except maybe all of the back stitching is not done. And it is a Santa, a roly-poly Santa with a present. Cute, right? There's a whole series of these. And I believe that this was in one of my just cross-stitch books. Not just cross-stitch, a cross-stitch Christmas books that I collect. And it's 2004, at least that's what it says on my working copy. So, yep, this is another candidate for me to go back and finish the series and get these done and get them up on a tree. So adorable. There's, so this is Santa with a present. There's Santa with a tree, Santa with a candle, Santa with a candy cane. It's just like all these Santas. And yeah, that's so adorable. I'm so happy that I found that. I'm so happy that I found that. Okay, what else do we have in here? There's a lot. There's a lot. I have a chart that I bought this chart, and most of this stuff I think I purchased when we were living in Philadelphia quite some years ago. But this is called, I'm not going to show the address. It's called Easy Eyes, and there are free charts in here from DMC. Look at this house. Look at this front door. I'm stitching them. The charts are huge, okay? But I'm amazed at the fact that although they're huge, they're hand drawn. So yeah, I want to stitch the house and I want to stitch the front door. It's called Cottage Garden. So adorable. So I'm happy that I found that. I also have some waste canvas, which is used for when you want to stitch something on to, say, clothing or a bag. This is really good for that. I've never used it. Some more Ada, another value pack, 14 count, navy blue Ada. More, 22 count, 14 count. And then I have a kit that I never stitched. And it is a dimensions kit. And it's called Love. And it's got ribbon embroidery. It features ribbon embroidery. Now, I am sure that I purchased this to stitch this for Mr. Ribbon. And I'm sure that I was intimidated by, excuse me, by the floss and the ribbon. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to tackle it. I just have an issue with kits and the floss and the way for your convenience, we have included this thread holder. Okay. Yeah, I can't say that I'm gonna stitch it, but I'm glad that I still have it. And I also have a kit that I bought with the intent of stitching this for my mother. And it's called A Mother's Gift. And it's an exclusive design by Patsy's Prints, which I've, of course, never heard of before. And so this is what it looks like. It's called A Mother's Gift. Needless to say, I never stitched it for her. Here's the floss and the fabric. And I'm even more certain that I will not be stitching this one. Then I have this booklet from, what is this? Oh, from Stony Creek. It's called Timeless Wisdom. And it's got several charts in here. And here's the back. Timeless Wisdom, Stony Creek. Book number 473. And I did start one of the projects. And for some, I'm not sure why, whatever. It doesn't matter. I was stitching this for my son, Damien, who lives now in Fayetteville. Okay, so let's see. I am stitching this one here. When you are kind, it not only changes you, it changes the world. Okay. And so this is how far I got on that. And this is using, it's not using variegated floss. It's using several different shades of white and gray. But I do have some variegated floss in here. So I'm not sure if that goes to, I'm just not sure whether it goes to another chart or whether I was going to try to use it on, I just don't know. Because that's what happens when you have these things and you just tuck them away, never to be seen again. But I feel like I'm gonna finish this one. I believe that what happened, why I put this down was that I didn't like the fabric. And so the funny thing about that is it's very soft. And I actually am one of those rare people that enjoy stitching on that bone crackling stiff Ada. So I wasn't used to the soft Ada. And so it was bothering me. I thought, like, what kind of fabric is this? I did a lot, though, before I gave up. I'm pretty sure I'm going to finish this one now. This is going to go into my whip pile. I'm going to stick this in a project bag and finish that. And it came, I got a couple of, so it's on 18 count Ada, which I got a fat half. And there's a couple of little charms. For a couple of the charts. So yeah, I still like it. I think I'm going to continue with that. And the only other thing in here worth oh, that's not true. I like to stitch on the perforated plastic, and I like to make magnets. I don't know if you guys can see my little Halloween ornament with my witch hat magnets stuck to it. But I was making these at some point, and I'm pretty sure I was making them to make them into magnets. So, and see, I still have the needle in there. So there's the angel, and you know, always Christmas, 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 all year round. Here's the little gingerbread house. This is a bell that looks like I started it and didn't finish, and now I truly don't remember where these patterns came from. The backs are an absolute mess. They're a horror. I'm so glad I've gotten better with that sort of thing. But yeah, those are kind of cute. I was happy to find those. I kind of was wondering at one point, what happened to those? Because I remember stitching them, but I didn't know what happened to them. And so the only other thing, besides this breadcloth, is I have 3 of these fingertip towels, which are filthy and are going in the laundry. But yeah, I could remember stitching some things on some fingertip towels and had them hanging in the bathroom and don't touch, and of course everybody did. But anyway, I'm happy that I have 3 of them here, and I'm gonna wash those up and hopefully find something to stitch on them. So thank you for sitting through that. If you made it through it, I thought it was very interesting, so I wanted to share it with you guys. The things that I sometimes come across and I'm like, wow, I didn't even remember that I had that. Which again is why I'm one of those use what you have kind of people, because there's just no need. There's no need. Okay. What else do I have to share with you guys today? I have free downloads. Love sharing free downloads with you guys, because I'm always excited to get a free download. And so this first one that I want to show you is by Puntinipuntini, and it is fantastic. And she's actually stitched it already and shown it on Instagram, and it's adorable. And it's Halloween 2021. And I do believe that I downloaded this directly from the website, and I'll put a link in the description box of where I got it from. This is perfectly adorable. Look at the back. Perfectly adorable. Also, I downloaded Love is the Key by the Bay Needle Arts, and this is on their blog. And it's Love is the Key. I love it. I absolutely love it. I have a thing for keys, and love is always, that is the word. That's the word, like forever and always. And so, yeah, I can see myself stitching this up, and I'll put a link to it in the description box below. Now, what kind of haul did I get this time? I got, because I'm working on the Cricut Collection Autumn chart, and I already have spring, and so that was enough to persuade me that I needed to also get summer and winter. So I purchased winter. Beautiful. That is so beautiful on that fabric. Okay. And at the time that I placed the order, summer was not available. I think it is available now. I just have to decide to go back and purchase it. But in the meantime, I ordered sugar cookies. It's adorable. I love these charts. Oh my gosh, adorable. So, that was adding to the Cricut Collection seasons. Then, let's see. DMC sent me a package And it is, what the package contains is Flosh. Now, I'm just going to read to you what it says about the Flosh. DMC is relaunching their Flosh. And it is a beautiful, twisted, high luster, non-divisible, mercerized 100% cotton thread, especially suited for fine embroidery. Flosh is made up of 5 very fine plies of long staple, high luster cotton, softly twisted into 1 strand. When stitched, its coverage can be compared to 1.5 strands of embroidery floss. And let me show you what they sent me. They sent me 3 skeins of it, which is kind of huge. And I like these colors. They're like fall colors. So I may try to incorporate some of this into the autumn stitch that I'm doing. And okay. It's very, 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 very soft. It's extremely soft. And I like that. And if the coverage of 1 strand is like 1.5 strands of regular floss, then I would totally be interested in stitching with this on 14 count Aida, because I think that 14 count Aida needs like 3 strands, even though I always stitch with 2. But that to me would be pretty interesting. And so I think that Jody at Trixie Tricycle was talking about Flosh on one of her videos. I'm not exactly sure, but you can, totally correct me if I'm wrong, if it wasn't Jody at Trixie Tricycle, but that's where I think I heard about it first. And then, you could always go and see what her impressions of it were. But I would be really interested to know if any of you have ever used Flosh and what your impressions of it are. I'm really curious to know. I think it's really, really interesting, and I want to try to use this. So let me know what you think. And they also very graciously sent me some size 18 needles, which I don't know. Maybe that's what they're suggesting that we use with this. I don't even know. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you've had any experience with Flosh, because I do want to try it. And thank you so much, DMC, for your generosity. I appreciate that. They also sent me some yarn, which I'm going to show you very quickly. It's called Pura Vida. It's brand new. And guys, it kind of looks like a rope. And so, I don't know. I have a few ideas. It may also come in handy for finishing. Right? So, stay tuned. I don't know exactly what we're going to do with this yet. But thank you, DMC. I also purchased a couple of charts from Etsy. And the first one is Self-Love by Birdie's Crossing. It's Birdie's Crossing on Etsy. And the chart is called Self-Love. And I apologize for the fact that it just didn't print beautifully. But I don't even want to talk about my printer. That's how annoyed I am with it. But anyway, it's called Self-Love. I think it's beautiful. Yeah. And the other one is what I consider the companion piece by Birdie's Crossing, which is the No More Sampler. Fabulous. This is a fabulous chart. And so I am going to be stitching the No More Sampler starting November 1st with Jacob of Modern Folk Embroidery, who is hosting a Black Sampler November stitch along. This is what I'm going to stitch. I love it, and I can hardly wait. I can hardly wait. Of course, this means I have to get off of the fence and make a decision about my black floss. I'm still leaning towards Anchor, but guess what, guys? I can't find an actual store that sells the Anchor floss on spools in my area. So there's that. But anyway, I have an enabler of the week this week. It's been a while, but here it is. Yes, it's EJ of Sunshine Stitchers, who posted the self-love chart on Instagram. And I absolutely said, yes, please, and went immediately to Birdie's Crossing to purchase these two charts. I had to have them. So thank you, EJ, for your enabling. Love you, girl. Okay. Now, I'm going to announce the giveaway winners from the last video, which what I was giving away were some charts that were sent to me and for me to share with you guys by my good friend Padma. And the first one is Merry Old Soul by Brenda Gervais. And the winner is Andre Williams. Andre Williams, please get in touch with me. Send me an email at designmorris1@gmail.com. I feel like I have your address, but just to be sure, make sure you send me your address so I can get this in the mail to you. And the other chart that I was giving away was Block Party Meow by Hands On Design. And the winner of that is Tanya Parente. Congratulations, Tanya. Shoot me an email and at designmorris1@gmail.com, and I will get this into the mail to you. Congratulations to both of you. And so that brings us to this week's giveaway. You excited? Okay, I'm excited. Get excited because I'm excited too. This week's giveaway is all courtesy of Backwater Shop. Thank you very much to Kimberly and team. And the first thing is the Prim Stitch series, number 11 and 12, which is Gratitude and Grace, which is this one. That's 11. And 12 is Hands and Heart to God. So if you're interested in winning both of these, just use the word Prim somewhere in your comment, and I will use the YouTube random comment picker to choose a winner using the word Prim. And please be over the age of 18 so that you could legally give me your address. Please don't use the word giveaway or free anywhere in the comments. Just don't use the word giveaway. That's fine with me. And please do like this video and be a subscriber because I need to see that you're a subscriber in order for you to win the prizes. The second thing that I'm giving away today is the Be in My Bonnet Stitch Cards Set I. And this is this is by Lori Holt. There's a whole lot of stitch cards, and they're really, really cute. And here's a closer look at the butterfly. And I'm going to give this along with Flea Market Flowers, which I'm currently stitching. Some people have finished stitching, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I love this chart. So you can get the stitch cards and Flea Market Flowers if you simply use the word flower somewhere in your comment. And giveaway number 3 is this Festive Quilt pattern designed by Crystal Stahl for It's So Emma. So if you're interested in the quilt pattern, what word did I use? Please just use the word festive somewhere in your comment. And I'll be sure to pick a winner before the next video and announce it then. So I have a shout out for you, and I totally meant to shout this person out last time, and I totally forgot, and I was like, oh my gosh, how could I forget? And that is Alexis, My Amazing World. She has done 2 videos so far. She's very active on Instagram. I was so excited to see that she decided to do a Flosstube video. And it's a wonderful, I absolutely love it. I can't wait for her next video. So go check out Alexis, My Amazing World. Of course, I will leave a link to her channel in the description box below. So now I have an announcement, kind of bittersweet. I don't even know if bittersweet is the right word, but I got into StitchCon. Weekend B. I can't go. It's just not going to be financially feasible for us at this time. And so I've already let them know that I won't be able to attend. So for those of you who are still sort of on the waiting list, at least you know now there's at least one opening, right, on Weekend B. Sorry about that, guys. I really, really, really wanted to go. But, you know, we have to really just be practical around here. And it's not a practical thing for us right now. But I will be keeping in tune very closely to every bit of news that comes out because I'm so invested. I want to know everything. Okay, so what are my plans coming up? I am going to get some stitches in on Autumn from the Cricut collection. I hope to work on that for a few days coming up. And I'm also going to continue with the Lucky Nutcracker from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. And so right this moment, those are the only real plans that I have, which I think is great because there's no pressure in cross stitch, right? Please do consider joining the Facebook group, Black Ribbon Stitch Studio on Facebook. We like to post our progress, our finishes, and just every now and then just say hello. So you could join us there. You can follow me on Instagram. I am Black Ribbon Stitch Studio on Instagram. And I want to again thank everyone who has taken the time to click the link in the description box below and bought me a coffee. It's greatly appreciated. And I use the proceeds from that to help defray the cost of shipping because I'm a crazy person and I like to do giveaways every time I do a video. So there's that. So thank you so much for that. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and hit the like button. I want to thank everyone who shares my videos. And if you are not yet a subscriber, please do subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell so you could be notified each and every time I upload a new video. And so now I'm going to leave you guys with words of inspiration, as I always do. And it goes like this. There is nothing wrong with loving the crap out of everything. Negative people find their walls, so never apologize for your enthusiasm. Never, ever, ever. Thank you, guys. Remember love.